Hi, photographers. Going to try to keep this super short and sweet this week because we're doing an evaluation check-in, which you've done before. All right, so I'm just going to go through it just to remind you of things. Reminder that evaluation check-in is the week that we don't have a new shooting challenge. You're going to look back on the last 4, right, from week 6 to week 9, and show me your best stuff from those 4 weeks. All right, so the slide deck is essentially the same, but I'm going to walk through it just to remind you of stuff. So the question for the week is, how might you show your best possible work from our last 4 challenges, right? So that's not all the weeks, that's the last 4 challenges, okay? So that means providing links and photos and descriptions. You're looking for your strongest examples, and we'll go over the turn-in doc, and so you'll see the evaluation check-in, and from the last 4 is from week 6 to week 9. So there is one additional thing on the checklist, which is called a digital portfolio, which is essentially just a Google Photos album that captures all your strongest work. This is an opportunity to level up, to make sure that you're filling in that evaluation check-in with the docs and the descriptions, because those equal marks. All right, so I am going to be looking at this point for to marks based on what you've shown, that kind of thing. All right, so just like before, the look fors are the same. Your best example of composition, best example of camera technique, experimentation, most creative interpretation of a challenge, the one that you invested the most time into, where you put a lot of care planning into the work, into the setup of your shot, and a final product that you're most proud of. All right, so the evaluation check-in is also a time to level up, which means you could redo things, or if you've missed a week for whatever reason, you got busy with another course or something else in your life on that week, is a chance to fill in those gaps. All right, so there's a spot in the turn-in doc to level up, which means to redo a particular challenge that didn't go so well, and then you're going to submit your work on the Google Classroom with this week's evaluation check-in doc. All right, so we'll take a look at that. All right, so this is what it's going to look like. A reminder that anything in peach is what you fill in, and if it's gray, I'm going to fill it in. So the one of the new things is digital portfolio, just to keep things organized. All of these images, your strongest ones from week 6 to 9, you're going to create a digital portfolio, which is one album that captures all this. You can still put your photographs and your links down below, and for these ones, I highly recommend that you put something in the description of the photo to talk about the composition, the camera technique, the experimentation, that kind of thing. What week number did it come from, and what was the hashtag? All right. I'm going to be looking for that should say week 6, 7, 8, 9, not 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will change that before I give that to you. And this is a new component down below for this as well. Are there any weekly challenges you want me to look at? And now this is late submissions and resubmissions. So if you were behind or you didn't complete a particular thing, you're like, you never looked at I never looked at week 2 because you did it a couple weeks late, and I had already looked at the stuff, and you noticed that I hadn't commented or returned on it, or you just finished it last week. I want you to put an X in the boxes for the weeks that you want me to go back and look at specifically. Now, this is only if you did it late, or you resubmitted something, or I haven't seen it for some reason. Okay, if you've done them in lockstep with the class, for the most part, you don't need to put anything here. If I saw it and I gave it back to you, don't. Okay, this is only for late and resubmissions. Here's the level up option. So this is your first week version of week number whatever, and your redo of that week. Okay, and that's how that's going to work. Okay, so that is the evaluation check-in. I am going to be taking a look at it and going to give you an overall for week 6 to 9, and I am going to be taking a look and trying to evaluate your final course mark. Okay, so you will be getting that back when I return that as well. If there's something that you see in the final course, you're like, is there anything you can see? You're getting the final course mark back a little bit early, so if there are any I really wanted to get this thing, and then we can have a conversation about that. What sort of work you need to put in to raise your grade. So that's what it is for this week. You were asking about the returns of the cameras. The returns of the cameras, for those of you who signed them out, is going to be at the very end of June. All right, there's going to be a time to return school gear. So keep your cameras in and keep on shooting. And I'll let you know when you need to return them. All right. So good luck this week. Let me know if you have any questions about this stuff, the evaluation check-in and all that kind of stuff. Show me your best stuff. Bye.